The federal government has said that it may consider returning to the National Assembly to seek the federal lawmakers' approval for a supplementary budget next year if the government surpasses its revenue projections. President Bola Tinubu's 27.5 trillion naira 2024 national budget is currently being considered by the federal parliament. Speaking before the joint sitting of the National Assembly Committee on Finance on Monday, Mr. Wale Edun told the lawmakers that there had been a tremendous improvement in the nation's revenue profile in recent months. He said if the revenue continues to increase, the federal government would have no other option than to return to the National Assembly to seek further appropriation for the additional revenue. Edun said the federal government was already looking at how to speed up the procurement process to increase capital spending in the 2024 budget. The chairman of the Joint National Assembly Committee on Finance, Senator Sani Musa, said Nigeria was currently in a delicate situation economically. He, however, acknowledged that the Tinubu administration was doing everything possible to change the narratives. Meanwhile, the Minister of Power, Adebayo Adelabu, has justified why the Mambila Power Project did not get any allocation in the ministry's 2024 budget proposal. Speaking during a session with a joint committee of the Senate and House of Representatives Committee on Power, chaired by Senator Naya Abaribe, Adelabu said legal disputes had continued to rock the Mambila project. He said as such, he did not allocate any amount for the project. Sunrise Power and Transmission Company Limited had on October 10, 2017, dragged the federal government to the International Court of Arbitration administered by the International Chamber of Commerce, Paris, France. It alleged breach of contract in relation to a 2003 agreement to construct the 3,050 megawatt plant in Mambila, Taraba State, on a build, operate and transfer basis for $6 billion. The federal government, in its defense, insisted the contract award was irregular and did not pass through due process. However, Adelabu told the senators and members of the House of Representatives that he deliberately removed the Mambila project from the ministry's 2024 budget proposal. Speaking on the Zungeru hydropower project, the minister said it was almost completed, adding that the plant is 99.8% ready. Now, the National Bureau of Statistics said the aggregate value-added tax stood at 948.7 billion naira in third quarter 2023. This is according to the VAT third quarter 2023 report released in Abuja on Monday. The report shows a growth rate of 21.34% on a quarter-on-quarter basis from 781.35 billion naira in second quarter 2023. It said local payments recorded were 522.8 billion naira, while foreign VAT payment contributed 204.58 billion naira and import VAT contributed 221.41 billion naira in third quarter 2023. On a quarter-on-quarter basis, agriculture, forestry, and fishing recorded the highest growth rate at 91.87%. Now, the Central Bank of Nigeria on Monday suspended the processing fees of 2% and 3% previously charged on all cash deposits above 500,000 naira for individuals and 3 million naira for corporates with immediate effect. This development followed the lingering cash scarcity that had persisted in different parts of the country. In a letter signed by its acting director of banking supervision, Dr. Adetona Adedeji, it said the decision takes immediate effect. According to the document, the suspension would remain in effect until April 30th, 2024. The Apex Bank directed all financial institutions regulated by it to accept all cash deposits from the public without any charges going forward. Some residents in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, had continued to express worries on scarcity of cash in this city. And also, the Central Bank of Nigeria said that the Nigerian banking industry remains resilient and that key financial soundness indicators were within the regulatory thresholds as captured in the CBN's most recent economic report of 2023. It therefore appealed to Nigerians to disregard media reports listing some banks as failing the capital adequacy ratio stress test for international authorization. The Apex Bank made this known in a statement signed by its spokesperson, Sidi Ali, and posted on its website on Monday, December 11th, 2023. The CBN assured Nigerians that it is engaging with various critical stakeholders to sustain the level of confidence in the Nigerian financial sector. This assurance comes in response to reports in some media outlets suggesting that some licensed commercial banks in the country had failed the CBN's capital adequacy ratio for international authorization. The CBN appealed to Nigerians to disregard the media reports listing banks as failing the CAR stress test for international authorization, as the report did not emanate from the Central Bank of Nigeria.